Hi guys, and welcome to another beautiful and interesting tutorial. So today guys, I'm going to be showing you how you can achieve these beautiful roses that you can use to beautify your dresses. This request was made by a subscriber some time ago, and here it is. So guys, without further ado guys, let's dive right into the making of this beautiful rose structure. I have this long strap and then this circular one that will serve as the base. For this particular one, you can use anything of your choice. As you can see on your screen here, I used a corset mesh for the base of this particular one. Basically, anything that can withstand the weight of your petal or your rose is fine. So for this one, I used 5x5 square before I shaped it into a circular form. Okay, so that's basically for this one. And then for this particular one, the length depends on how big you want your petal to be. So as you can see, I have it stiffened with the help of an interface. And then for the width, I have 3 inches, but you can use at least 2 or 2.5 so that it's not too long, because if it's too long, you're not going to achieve the results. So first of all, I'm going to be stitching the 2 edges like so. Can you see? I fold them backward and then I have it stitched like so. Let's get to the stitching machine. So like I was saying, you fold it backward like so and have the 2 edges stitched like so. Afterwards, you have it trimmed out like this. Okay, so that's basically what you're going to be doing to the 2 sides of this particular piece, and this is what you should have at the end of your stitching and turning out. And like I said earlier, you're going to be doing the same thing to the second edge of this particular piece. So after that, this is what we have. Okay, so the next thing for this particular part, you can weave it or you can stitch it down, but I prefer you weave so that your finishing comes out very perfect. Okay, so for this particular base, basically what I do, I can do without doing this, but for the sake of my wonderful beginners who I do not always neglect, I'm doing this. So you're going to measure ½ inch from the tip of your circle all the way around. So this I am marking is ½ inch from the tip of my circle. So I'm going to be doing that all the way to the center of this particular piece. Okay, so now that I have this, I get this particular one and then I place it at the tip, at the first circle that I marked. Okay, can you see? Place it at the tip of the first circle. Do not allow it cover the marker, the point you marked, and then you begin to slowly stitch following the shape, the circular shape that you already marked. So I'm going to be doing this basically all until I exhaust or cover all the points that I marked out. Okay, so at this point, especially if you're a beginner, you have to be very slow and careful so that you can achieve your aim. Okay, so I'm going to be doing this. Just watch carefully how I achieve this particular point. So at this point, guys, if you haven't subscribed, please endeavor to do that. Like this video so that it can reach a larger audience and people that really need this particular tutorial. So thank you for doing that in advance. So guys, basically, as like I said, you're going to be doing this until you get to the last or the smallest circle. So at this point, can you see I've gotten to this other point, and then you switch to the next circle. Okay, can you see what I'm doing? Instead of stitching to cover it like so, I just switch to the next one. You see that? And basically that's what I'm going to be doing until I exhaust all the circle that I mark, or I get to the last or the smallest circle that you can see on this particular piece of fabric. So for these petals, there are different types, so I'm going to be taking my time to show you the different types that you need to that you can achieve, but this is just one of them. So at this point, I'm at the last stitching of the smallest circle. So at the end of the day, this is what it looks like. Can you see that? So this is what you should have. And then for this particular point, you're going to be holding it down by tacking, but I'm going to be using a pin to secure it, but you'll tack it down neatly. So this is basically what you have, and you can see what the base looks like. You see that? So at this point, you can use your scissors or your anything that would neaten this part. Can you see that? You just trim out neatly, make sure that it's not fraying out at the end of the day. So this is what you should have at this point. You can even redesign your petals by folding it over, making it look like a rose, like a perfect rose. Okay, so at this point, you can now tack this onto your dress or whatever thing you want to use it to beautify. So you make it as many as you need, and then you begin to use for your beautifying purpose. Okay, so this is what I have. I think I had about 6 or 7 of these. As you can see, this particular one, like I said initially, I used a corset mesh for the base of some of them, and this is what we have. So at this point, I'm ready to use this to beautify our dresses, and as you can see how it turned out, looking very beautiful, very demure, very mindful. So guys, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, give this video a thumbs up, and then I'll see you in my very next one. Bye.